One, two, three. One, two, three. Peace to everybody. Peace and blessings. Campaign show live Tuesday, March 18th. Ramadan Mubarak. Happy blessed Ramadan to everybody out observing Ramadan. 30 something minutes late, a little late on CP times. You know, YouTube. It's our own career, our own job, but I do want to be on regular schedule. Peace and blessings to Jabril, Ahmad Jabril. I wanted to say uh, extra public thank you to AAA Pilgrim for always looking out on the Cash App. Man, coming through. So excuse me. But yeah, man, today's episode is about health, wellness, happiness, marriage, relationships, of course, solutions, problems, and problem solving solutions. King Z, salute, King Z. I see ya. Tuesday, March 18th. Man, month is almost over. We on the second end of the month. Salute, Tony Farley, Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham, salute. Man, salute Birmingham in the building. Yeah, I wanted to let me screen share. I'm gonna put this little link in the chat early also. Nate the Greatest, wa alaikum salam, Ramadan Mubarak, Ramadan Kareem. Screen share. This is something that I ran across. I've been seeing them for a while since the pandemic and stuff was going on. Him as well as a few other doctors that was online, trying to blow the trumpet and warn people and wake up people and whistle blow about certain things that was going on regarding the Fauci juice and regarding the Wuhan China bug. I got to be careful not to say no trigger words, but this person right here, this Dr. Brian Ardis, and his what is his website is theartistshow.com, theartistshow.com. Let me, matter of fact, let me put that in the chat. And if I'm bigging up, big upping or giving any KV any kind of credit, they must be doing something substantial. They must be doing something totally against their nature if I'm gonna be giving them highlight and credit in them. And this one here is, and there's a few other ones that I might talk about, but I don't want to do it on this page. I'm gonna do it on my personal page because I don't want to put no extra heat on Digital Soapbox page. And thank you, AO. AO with the super chat. Salute, AO. Much blessings. Thank you for the support. Can't do it without y'all, man. And that's a literal, actual fact. Can't do it without y'all. Thank you, AO, and thank you, everybody. Big Adrian, one of the big muscles, keep this show rolling. But shouts out to my wrench mods, Big AO, Adrian, Ahmad Jabril, Nate the Greatest, and more that's gonna show up, Elmatic and the crew. I don't got no. Well, I do got a. I got a. About to say I don't got no sisters, no women, but I got a super franchise player, but she don't be showing up with the wrench. But yeah, Big Dave, salute, Compton and Watts, Hub and the Dub. So yeah, this dude right here, did I put the link in the chat? Yeah, I put the link in the chat right here. The drartistshow.com. thedrartistshow.com. And it's one particular video called the N-word, the other N-word, that I think all y'all should should watch. I probably ain't gonna be able to see it here. We should have been on it. Maybe it's at the top. I don't know. But it's called The Other N Word. And if I had the link to that, I would put that on right. Matter of fact, let me find it because I don't even want to play with it. I want y'all to really be able to benefit from this. Maybe it was 2004. Yeah, I think it was 2004. I mean 24. 2024. Give me 1 second. It'll be worth it. I promise y'all. And dude is like real. They on his list. He on their list. I mean, there you go. Other N word. There you go. All right. I'm not gonna play it. I'm just putting the link in the chat so y'all can click on it for yourself. And that way I don't get no kind of strikes and I don't bring no heat on this page. But this is the link. Copy that, paste it, put it in your bookmarks. Trust me, you know, this is super beneficial, priceless information. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll leave dude up there for a minute so y'all can be asking questions. But that's why this is what inspired this whole episode about health and wellness and happiness and relationships. Because you always hear me talking about NOI this and Farrakhan and belief that I'm a believer and success and failure today gonna come down to who we believe. Who we believe. It's not gonna be what we know because we don't got time or energy or the resources to go know it. You're not gonna have time to go become a virologist for you to be able to prove whether Dr. Fauci was telling the truth or not. You're gonna have to believe him. You have to believe him or believe in somebody else that's refuting him. You're gonna have to believe him or you're gonna believe somebody else that said, no, he's lying, So we're not really dealing with knowledge other than the knowledge of whoever is telling us to do something. We able to look at their track record. Our belief has to be based on the track records, the provable track records of whoever it is that we're listening to. Like it or not, we believers. You're lying if you saying that you're not a believer. We all a believer in somebody. We all believe in some human being or human beings. Period. So that's why I got to just put, I'm telling you who I believe in. You know who I believe in, and you know the proof and evidence that my belief is based on, which is the greatest track record of any Black organization or Black leader, spiritual, economic, religious, military in the history of the United States or United Snakes. So that's the NOI. So I've been able to back up and call out and challenge and dare and whatever based on my beliefs and the knowledge that my belief is based on. So when you see me post up people, same with how so many of our people's tripping on Scientology and y'all with Scientology or y'all cool with the American Nazi Party and y'all in cahoots with the KKK and all this. Okay. All right. That just sounds like some loud emotional ignorance because you're not getting into the details. What's the nature of the agreement? What's the nature of the relationship? What's the nature of the exchange? You know what I'm saying? That's just childish. That's just COINTELPRO emotionalism. So if that's what you into, then stay there. We don't need you. We don't need you. You need this. This don't need you. So again, y'all tap in and copy and paste the drartistshow.com and look up this episode called The Other. I mean, it's called, what is it? What did I just say? Yeah, The Other N Word. The Other N Word. And you can only see the full clip, the full episode on his website. It's not on YouTube. You might find a few minutes of it, like 20 or 30, something like minutes of it on YouTube, but the whole videos can only be found on his website. So I really appreciate his whistleblowing. It's some other doctor named Dr. McCullough. It's another doctor named I think his name is Robert Monroe or something like that. So a few doctors that I've been seeing over, since the pandemic started, that was trying to whistleblow and trying to warn us after Minister Farrakhan had warned us, and they was coming with, peer review published research papers and, real documented facts of corruption and lies coming from, such and such and Dr. Fauci's and all of that. And, we still believe them. But the other N word, man, please watch that. Just like I be asking about, telling y'all about other little white boys that that's whistleblowers, that's exceptional, that you should listen to. But if you racist, if you on some, battery in the back, small cap, emotional racist, production, like you think you can't learn nothing from white people. Like white people don't tell no kind of truth, and white people don't do no whistleblowing, and you a whole fool. And you need to stay where you at. You're not welcome over here. Because we learn from white people. White people, has a lot in a way of knowledge and respect that we can interact and exchange with each other. So if you ain't with that, it don't mean we want to make love with them and intermarry with their daughters and sweetheart with them. Nah, that's not what we talking about. But the information and the studies and the certain experience that they got is priceless. You ain't got time to go get it. You don't got the degrees and the ability to be on the inside and whistleblow and have peer review published medical journal and scientific journal papers. You don't even know what those are. So I'm trying to act as a middleman or somebody, a translator, that let you know, like I didn't vetted some of this stuff. Well, any white, any white boy that I ever post, I didn't vetted him on that particular subject. I don't know what they do in their personal life. I don't know if they racist or they can't stand ninjas. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This got something to do with their vendetta or their activism based on what happened to them and why they going against their own people or whatever now. And there's another story that I was watching earlier, came across my Instagram feed, but I lost it. I couldn't find it. But it's Al Roker, the dude from NBC or whatever he was, the black dude. Let me find him. Maybe I could find him on here. Al Roker. That dude right there. Oh, you can't see it. Let me hold on a second. Let me find it 1 second. Excuse me. So yeah, this dude right here, Al Roker. So he got the big pharma. I don't know if it's a particular company, if it's Pfizer or Johnson and Johnson, but big pharma apparently got like a $1 billion lawsuit against him, against Al Roker, because of his experience with heart disease and certain things that the medical industry, told him and gave him about his hypertension and high blood pressure and stuff that they put him through with after having 2 heart attacks. So I'm not gonna go really into the details on that, but that's another one that y'all should. And it's been scrubbed. Like he said it himself, the story has been thoroughly scrubbed off of the internet. It's a current active lawsuit of the pharmaceutical industry against Black Lou, Al Roker. Look like like he watered down or whatever, but he has turned into a loud activist whistleblower. But he don't be, they don't be covering it on the mainstream legacy media. You got to be on Twitter or something, or somewhere on some pirate sites for them to even see this story. So that's another bit of homework y'all should go check out. Because like when I've been saying that grace is over with for the devils, for Satan's, and for us that's holding on to the devils. But at the same time that grace is over with, the spell and the curses have been broken also. So all of this enchantment and the magic and the sorcery and the spells that we've been under, the information that's been kept from us, all of that's being revealed now, especially since they tried the Wuhan germ, the Wuhan Fauci juice, mass, millions and millions of people globally that got deleted. The ones that survived, that actually were professionals in their field and was trying to whistle blow the whole time. Now they got the green light, especially with Trump in office and RFK Jr. and Elon Musk, everybody that's, whether they are or whether they just acting like they whistleblowers now against big pharma. Where they got it's a small window open right now for a whole lot of whistleblowing before they cover it back up or whatever, before they hit us with the next wave or whatever it's going to be. So these stories is popping up like never before. I'm talking about cures, I can't say what the cures are, alleged cures, but it's not alleged. It's peer-reviewed, published medical and scientific journals. So according to those peer-reviewed published papers, they are actual cures, right? For all of the things that we've been suffering from. So follow the story. I ain't even gonna say follow the money, follow the whistleblowers. Follow the whistleblowers. We already know it's about money and it's about, depopulation. We already know that part from their side, but from our side, follow the whistleblowers. If somebody like Kanye is acting up and exposing people on that level, or Candace Owens is exposing people on that level, or whatever area it is, I be talking a little bit about the UFO subject and all of that, because it's fake. They faking some people are really exposing what that's really about, but you ain't heard no KV, you ain't heard no white person associating or attaching the UFO disclosure subject with the Nation of Islam. That's how you know that's all watered down. That's all watered down. If they not mentioning the very first one that this country has ever heard explaining and revealing the truth about the subject back in the 30s, which was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, then all of these so-called whistleblowers and disclosure people and all of that is all stepped on. It's all cap. It's truth in it, but they're never going to tell you who's really behind that phenomenon, who's behind the UFO phenomenon. They're not going to say it's the original black people, the God. They're not going to say that. They're going to say everything but that. Black men from this planet? Oh, no. They're not going to say nothing like that. So, yeah, let me get this off of here. Dr. Artist and Al Roker. Let me get back to that. All right. All right. So yeah, salute AO again. Thank you, Machiavelli. Awake, salute. AO, depth on it, man, very necessary. Yeah. I might seen something. George Allen, walaikum salam. Mystic, he teaches yoga and meditation. Ahmad Jabril, Ayo, check out such and such Saj Guru, an Indian mystic. He teaches yoga and meditation in a scientific manner. You shall like his profile. He's black power as well between NOI teachings and yoga. You rolling? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know the person that you're talking about, an Indian mystic, but he black. We're taught in the nation, Jibril Ahmad, that well, Hindu, which is what yoga and a lot of that stuff comes from. You know, a lot of the science, of course, is tangible and is real. But we had specific instructions from the Messiah to wait for him, because these people that practice those things that come from India, like Hinduism, it's, if you notice, people from India, that tribe of black people from India, are heavily into neurology in the brain. They like to mess with your brain, with your head. They like to get in your head, right? And yoga is a part of that. Yoga is a part of that because it ain't just stretches and movements. It's chants. It's certain words and certain phrases and chants associated with that we don't have no knowledge of what they really having us say, or what these frequencies or these meditative states open up and make you susceptible to. So that's not what we supposed to be doing. That's not what we supposed to be doing. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, had a saying that, if you see I ain't gonna say the whole thing. If you see a Christian and a Hindu walking together, such and such and such and such. So I would be so extremely careful and not promote none of that. If you knew, I don't know how deep you are in the teachings at this point, but yeah, we don't promote that. Now that's just, not saying it ain't nothing to it, but the people that you got to rely on, that's like we don't do hypnosis. We don't do hypnosis. You don't let people into your head like that. James Bree, does anybody have a link to Tookie Williams having to talk about the battle of demon or beast within? Nah, I don't have that. Excuse me. But yeah, I really wanted to talk about that, and I wanted to talk about just the trials of that we go through right now in health and wellness and mental health and relationships and marriage it all goes hand in hand right now. Just the so-called American paperwork institution of marriage, how that is if no benefit to a black man. That benefits a black man descendant of slaves in absolutely no way, form, or fashion. If he's already acquired wealth, or if he's already made himself into something with, before a woman ever comes into the picture. All of the current state of the world, but especially America, is 5150. It's insanity. It's unsound. It's illogical. I just was looking at Kanye and his newest, most recent wife, Bianca something. I guess they getting divorced, or maybe they don't seem like it's messy in them because they don't have no children together. Like how he's getting messed over by Kim Kardashian and his own children with her. But apparently they, I don't know if it's true, whatever, but if they supposed to be getting divorced, Bianca and Kanye, and they got a settlement. She's getting like 1 point something billion dollars, right? In the divorce settlement. And I don't got a problem with that if she and her connects is the one helped build him back up to being a billionaire. Like, because when he was going through his thing with Kim Kardashian, they broke him all the way down, stripped his so-called $6-7 billion net worth back down to 400 million. Not like that's broke, but they took him out the billionaire club and he was down to 400 million. But then he got with old girl that he with now, that he about to divorce now, allegedly. And her connects, her hustle and helping him, built him back up to 2.7 billion. 2.7 billion. So if she came into his life and, helped build his net worth back up into the billionaire, yeah, she deserve $1 billion. She deserve half of that 1 point whatever billion. I wouldn't have no problem with that. And you don't have no children. Y'all ain't got to be beefing or whatever. But why even do that? You know what I'm saying? Why get married just to get divorced? What is marriage supposed to be? Is it going to stop you from cheating? Or what is the point? Is a piece of paper supposed to make you stop or make you act right? If somebody gonna do something, they're gonna do it with it, whether they got a piece of paper or not. So that's just something that is a direct result of mental health. Marriage and the success or the failure of marriage is a direct result of mental health, mental soundness, mental sanity. Excuse me. I just ate. So I'll be sitting, this chair be having me sitting in a certain, at a certain angle because I'm trying to be right, with the mic. So my voice sounds different. But I always eat right before I get on because it's Ramadan and where it be just that time of day because I don't eat until the evening, 1 meal a day. So don't worry about, my health. It's a combination of things. I'll be burping and digesting the food I just ate. I'll be really rushing to eat before so I can get on here on time. But so yeah, don't worry. Donald Muhammad, Ramadan Kareem, salute. Yusuf Arlan, Ramadan Kareem, J5, Walaikum Salam. Excuse me. Machiavelli awake, 1.7 billion. Marriage is a business partnership to put on paper for a system to document. Yeah, like I said, if she the one help me, like I don't mind getting married to any woman that's gonna help me, make 2.7 billion. You can have 1.4. You can have 1.3 or 1.4 of that. You can have half of that. Because I know I'm the one that, was the attraction or the, so I don't have no problem with that. If we was smashing anyway, we already had a certain understanding that we're not trying to have no children and we're not trying to mess around. It might just be a temporary, we gonna stay married for 4 years or 5 years or whatever. After that, you can go your way, I go my way. I mean, that's a marriage. It don't mean that it's under God. It's just an agreement. So that's just like a career or a job or something like that. I don't have no problem with that. That makes sense to me. If I know you about to help me make an extra $1 billion, get me back on 2-point-something billion. Now I don't see nothing wrong with that. Of course, you got to be my own kind. You got to be for my own original descendant of slave nation. You can't be something else. I mean, but I understand that I would understand if it was another nationality. I understand a dude that's doing that. I can't say I would do it, but I can understand somebody doing that. How many of us out here smashing trailer trash for free and then wind up paying them? So Kanye is winning. He winning to me, even with Kim Kardashian. Everybody say you was a fool, you was a sucker, but She helped make him a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it, but I'm with Farrakhan. So if you're not with Farrakhan, if you're not in the NOI, I guess that's a super smart choice. It ain't wise, but it's super smart if money is your thing. Because she definitely put you in the money circles, or y'all put each other in the money circles. Yeah. Ayo, finding genuine true love is rare, a rare blessing. Most people nowadays look for a come up. Yeah. That's because they love money. So, they finding love. They finding what they love. They love in money or fame, luxury. That's what they love. They don't love people. They don't love each other because they don't love themselves. You're only going to, look for what you think you are. If you love yourself, then you're going to look for somebody that loves you. Like, you know what I mean? If you love money and they love money, then that's going to be your bond. Y'all love making money together. Y'all don't love each other. Y'all love the money that y'all make or the fame that y'all make, the red carpet or the TMZ, or, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay in the spotlight. So they found love. It just ain't the right kind of love, probably. Hey, yo, so I'm 45 and my folks been married 47 years. My mama turned 71 yesterday. Man, salute. All praise due to Allah. Allahu Akbar, absolutely. That's beautiful. Blessings to your parents, man. That's beautiful. Yep. So relationship, marriage, mental health, physical health, wellness, and the solutions, the cures, not just treatments, not just drugs that don't cure nothing and just claim to treat the problem or the symptoms, but cause side effects and cause other new problems that you didn't have already. Who wants that? And we all know that pharmaceutical industry cannot put a patent on nature, on nothing natural, no natural remedies. So that's why they don't push natural remedies. But we know that the cures are in natural remedies. The cures, you can say cures. I'm not saying what cures what, but cures are in nature. Let me know what pharmaceutical drug has cured anything in its history. How many cures out of all of the thousands and thousands of different drugs? How many of them are cures for anything? How many of them cure anything? So why would I want to go broke and create other side effects and not cure what it is I'm suffering from, and just take it all my life? As opposed to doing what we did before it was a such thing as a pharmaceutical industry, when we were slaves in the cotton fields of the South, living, our whole life in slave quarters and animal quarters, eating the worst food, living in the worst conditions, under the worst stress. We didn't have these sicknesses. We didn't have these health problems, physical health problems. So we didn't seem to need no Fauci juices back then. We didn't need no pharmaceutical, medications and all that back then. We was living longer and way healthier. Reproducing, women was having 10, 11, 12, 13 children and was slaves. You know what I'm saying? Stressing. So our physical health was much greater. Our mental health wasn't, but our physical health was much greater than what it is today. So part of health is knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Part of being healthy is having adequate information, knowledge. Knowledge is power. We want to take back our power, take back control of our health so we can constantly be in good health. Can't be in good health without knowledge. About knowledge of what the enemy is doing to us and knowledge about how to solve it. We know, how it feels. We know the problem, or we think we know the problem, but do we know the solution? Do we know the cause, first of all? We know the problem, but do we know the cause of the problem? Because if we know the cause, then that's half of the knowledge of the solution. If we know what caused the problem, then that's half of the battle of how to cure the problem. We know who caused the problem. We know who causes these diseases. We don't know how, though. They're going to lie to us and tell us how it's caused. Oh, it was a bat. Oh, it was a green monkey. Oh, it was a flu, a bird with the flu or something like. Oh, for real? Well, why does the ingredients on this say snake venom? Why is the ingredients on this say snake venom? You know what I'm saying? That produces this type of reaction, that produces all of these type of cancerous and blood clots and spike protein reaction, cytokine storms. Why does why does that ingredient right there in the Fauci juice? You know what I'm saying? Why is the same ingredient that creates and causes these problems? Why is that in the so-called treatment? But yeah, I ain't gonna give it away. That's just a question. I'm just asking questions. KM, salute. AO said number 2, Bianca Ciori or whatever name, some no children. I've learned number 2, no. I've learned I've submitted to these streetwalkers, but I never fully submitted to Allah. I'll be single until Allah feels I deserve an angel that worships Allah first. It's not until he already that's already what he you can't put it on a mystery ghost, AO. You are the controller of your destiny. It's just like saying until Allah feels like I need to be rich, I'm just gonna sit, on my porch and let the bill collectors put this eviction notice on my door. That's not how reality works with us, with men especially. No, you cause it. You go get it. Anything we want, we go get it. We don't wait for some mystery ghost or mystery God or mystery concept of a flesh and blood God to feel like we deserve something. That's not it, my brethren. We go get it. If it's something we don't have and something we want, we need, we go get it. We go learn it. You know what I'm saying? You want to know how to fix a car, you go to mechanic school. You go enroll in the school, in the trade school, and learn that trade and earn while you learn, on the job training. So you don't even have to wait. I can buy a car right now and not even know how to fix it up yet, but I know I'm in mechanic school, so I don't got to wait at all. The lessons that we got says sit yourself in heaven at once. It didn't say whenever God say you deserve it. Sit yourself in heaven at once. That is the greatest desire of your brother and teachers. That's what the lesson, that's what Master Fard Muhammad say. Will you sit at home and wait on a mystery God to bring you clothing and food and shelter? Emphatically, no. In other words, HELL, no. So yeah, that's a little bit of the Christian residue. You got to go get it, brother. Yeah, C-style. Create the problem and the solution. Yeah. Get them coming and going. That's why y'all, check out that link that I just posted up with that Dr. Artist online. Hey, y'all, I got a beautiful story that Allah has blessed me with, courtesy of, I'm just a sign. Yeah, no, I'm just a sign. I'm just happy and blessed that, God used me as a sign, a street sign pointing, stay on that path. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nothing but a sign. So hopefully the sign is entertaining enough or artistic enough to make you pay attention to it and make you want to read it. So yeah, I'm just a street sign. Right, Daryl Jackson, right, waiting for a lot to bring you a 2-piece Popeye special, right? When we wait like that, only thing he gonna bring us is an eviction notice. Or he gonna bring us the police and say, you got to get up off this curb. You can't sleep right here on the street. That's something going, somebody gonna show up, but it's not who you want. If we ain't getting up and doing it and making it happen, then somebody gonna show up, all right. It's not who we want though. Go get it, catch the bus or DoorDash. Yeah, man. Especially if we know that half of our success as men or women, but especially as men, because we the gender that's the leader, half of our very success comes from our relationship with a spouse, with a woman of our own kind, not a woman of any kind, because that don't really qualify. You got to be a woman of your own kind, your own experience, your own people's or your own species experience. Because we can't never get to know and get the balance necessary for us to grow into the master that we are destined to become. We can't do that single. So everybody say, no, I'm just single, I'm happy being single, man. These girls is too blah blah, this and that. That just proves that we quit. We have become weak. If you thought like that as when you was a sperm, you would never have got here. We was way more fearless and way more dedicated and way more, strong as little egghead with a tail sperm than we are once we supposedly evolved from that. We supposed to be, this is supposed to be our strongest, our most intelligent, we never been at this level of evolution before, or this level of power and ability, and we choose to be weak about it. So we won't go no further. If there is an afterlife after that, after this, we don't qualify for it. The pattern of history, the pattern of our own evolution as individuals proves that only the ones that strive and war and struggle the hardest righteously and naturally, those are the ones that qualify for the next level. If there is a next level, only those qualify for it. The rest just gonna die off. Rest is just gonna die off and become fertilizer or compost or food or glucose or lessons or examples for us what not to do, how not to be weak. So I don't ever believe I came this far just to come this far. If it's something that I know I want or that I know I need, because it ain't even about wants. If it's something that I know I need, then I got to have it. I know I need a black woman wife. I know I need that, and I had one for 30 years. I've been married for, not to the same woman, but I realized this in 1994. From 1994 to right now, I've been married to somebody. My first wife was 8 years. You know what I'm saying? My 3 oldest children, they all adults. My oldest son, about to turn 30. He just had his first child, so I'm a second grandfather. But yeah, I've been married. I knew that was the key way back when I was in my 20s. When I was in my 20s, I knew that was the key. So, so that's why marriage is up there. But this world, this slave master, former slave master's descendants, government institution called marriage. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not marriage. That's whatever that is. That's a bear trap. That's a bear trap for black men that has acquired or accomplished anything in life before a woman ever helped them. For me to sign my name to say that you get this and you get that. Oh, no. That's pure foolishness. You only get that. You get that kind of, writing on paper if you with me when I'm broke. If you with me and I'm broke and you willing to struggle, love, and really be a help meet, meaning you helping me to meet and overcome all the obstacles so I can grow, or we can grow to financial independence and luxury and riches and whatever we gonna grow into, or whatever you gonna help me grow into, then yeah, you got that right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's do it. But if you're not messing with me until I already got all of this stuff, you ain't finna get nothing on paper for me. Not me. And I wouldn't teach my sons or grandsons, nephews, little brothers. Nah, not unless she helped you. You don't know her. You don't know what she gonna do. She only with you. She with you because she know that you a 6-figure, 7-figure, 8-figure dude. She didn't help you get that. Why she thinks she's supposed to get half of? Why? Because she opening her legs. She keep herself pretty or something. Nah, that ain't enough. You know how many pretty girls or young women that's gonna open whatever to me right now? Why I need to lock in on you and commit to you? What are you doing so special? What did you prove? What did you prove? Only way that you could be that special and you didn't help me is if you are a virgin. That's the only thing you could be. That's the only thing you could do for me. If I don't know you and I already had, I already achieved this and made myself, wealthy, financially independent, healthy, or whatever it is you attracted to, only way that you can get my name on a dotted line and you didn't help me get this is if we can prove that you're a virgin, that ain't no man ever been inside you before. That's worth it. That's worth it. That's worth $1 billion. That's worth $2 billion. That's worth $5 billion. Because if I can get that and you cooperative enough, it ain't just that, but you have to still be cooperative. You still got to be submissive and obedient. Even if you faking, you're going to be faking until we had this child, because I'm still not going to put nothing necessarily on paper. It just depends. It's still going to be terms to the paperwork. You got to be obedient to me for at least 5 years or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to work. You ain't got to worry about working. You're going to be living in luxury. This is what I need you to do. I need you to learn these teachings and learn this spiritual discipline, learn how to cook, learn how to raise the children and teach them to read and teach them, arithmetic, learn different languages. You can travel and all that. We can travel and see the world and actually learn different cultures and languages and different bits of information that you're going to give to our child or our children. That's your job for the first 5 years. And we can come back to the table and renegotiate after that. That's what you getting paid for. You getting paid to reproduce me. I don't need your help. Like, I don't need your help getting no money or no fame or nothing. I don't need your help for that. I need your help reproducing me. Making some better, more healthier, more wise versions of me. That's what I need. Yeah. And if you got a problem with that, then you just won't make the cut. Ain't no emotionalism. Hey, all right, well, good luck. If I'm willing to entertain you, you must be tight enough for some other little goofy, some sucker gonna fall for your terms. It just ain't gonna be me. I know my value and I know my vision. I know what I'm trying to accomplish. I know what the purpose that I'm trying to accomplish. And if you're not with that, you think that, I'm supposed to be, or a man's supposed to be on your program, then good luck. We'll see you in about 5-10 years and see how that works out for you, and see me in about 5-10 years. Jim, did you see the lady on YouTube that got a kidney transplant from a pig? If so, would that mean that they have to fuse their DNA with the animals in the caves No, we talked about that before. You asked me that before. No, it's not just kidney. They also gave a man a pig heart transplant. Even if you give a person a human heart or a human kidney transplant, you're still going to have to take certain drugs for the rest of your life because that's not your organ. If you don't take those drugs, then your specific body is going to reject that organ. It's going to reject that organ. I don't care if it comes from a human organ transplant. You're going to have to still take certain drugs that your body won't otherwise reject that organ after a few days or after a few weeks or whatever, but after a few days. So same with that, but that's still going to not last. Can't no pig organ or cow organ or no other animal organ last. It's the drugs that's, making it last as long as it's going to last. That person is not going to live that long. They'd be right back on dialysis. That organ is going to fail. You know what I'm saying? They just do that for what you call it? Sensationalism. They're just stories that they can talk about like they're making breakthroughs. There ain't anybody gonna be able to live off no pig organs or no animal organs. You know that. So nah. Temp. I remember they used to say it's cheaper to keep her. Yeah, when you broke, when you broke. But if you rich, if you wealthy, no, it ain't. Why keep her? It ain't even no keeper. You're not gonna never be on no paperwork with me. I'm not signing no paperwork. This is the paperwork right here that you about to submit to. You're gonna submit and obey me because of this paperwork, not because some white man slave master court system that's designed to go against the black man in the first place. No, any black man that's wealthy, I see all of these NBA, NFL actors and whatnot, locking in with some other little entertainer female and want to hurry up and marry him. Like that is the most foolish, delusional, in my personal opinion. Unless you're just doing it for business reasons. Like I said, with Ye and Bianca Sensori, whatever her name is. Yeah, if you're doing it for a business move and y'all both using each other to come up and y'all both agree, like, nah, I ain't trying to have no child, and I understand that. We get to smash each other. We can, be whatever hot items and red carpet and the paparazzi and all that to help build our brand and build our bag up. And if things get too hot, because I think the reason why she even divorcing him is because, he going too hard on the Ashkenazis so, that's too hot. That's the third rail biz for her. So that's just like, what's the dude name? Bill Gates' wife. Remember Bill Gates' wife? She divorced him because it looked like it was getting too hot. He was getting too close to Epstein, like he was on Epstein list. And you too close to Fauci, and it's looking like you're gonna get uncovered. So that's just a move. That's a play. It ain't like that she wasn't in on the same satanic crimes against humanity or whatever. But if they do press him too hard and they want to arrest him and convict him, then they're gonna freeze all of that up. So she got to hurry up. He got to say, okay, this is the plan. She dev baby, she Satan, wife of mine. I love you, but we got a divorce and got to act like it's messy. You got to act like you're not with me because your morals and this and that. And I'm gonna give you 300 billion. You know what I'm saying? That way, that 300 billion always gonna be safe over there with you, no matter what happened to me. Even if I don't go to jail or they don't prosecute me or whatever, I still got access to that 300 billion. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody gonna be checking on me like that. Maybe checking whether you loan me 50 billion or not. Yeah, we can act like we enemies and we divorced and she wasn't feeling me or whatever, but that's how you protect big money like that. You got to tell your wife I ain't with that. No. Your wife got to be able to say, no, I don't agree, or he cheated on me, or we we just we outgrew each other, or you got to act like you got to play a role like y'all not together. And I'm gonna hold all of half of your fortune over here in safekeeping. That's that's a play. Ahmad, what you think about Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reading the first commandments of Allah, read despite him being illiterate? He didn't know how to read. So he didn't know how to read. So the angel Jibril, that was the first thing he told him, Ikra, read in the name of your Lord, who creates man from a clot of blood. Read in your Lord is most generous, who taught man by the pen, meaning writing down. Read what is written with the pen. Taught man by the pen what man knew not. That's how you record wisdom. You record knowledge and wisdom and understanding, experience and history and prophecy. It has to be written down. So much of our history is oral history, but that can easily be, corrupted. You ever did the little whisper in the ear story, and you got 10 people, and by this person tell the next person in the ear, and that person, and when you get down to the 10th one, the story that's coming out the last one mouth is something totally different than what you told the first one. So you write it down so that it ain't no confusion. It's no doubt. It's exactly what was said because it was wrote down. Not, if somebody changed what was written, like the Quran say those synagogue of Satan people do, they alter the written words from their proper places. But that was what motivated Prophet Muhammad to learn how to read, because he couldn't read. So the first instruction was learn to read. It wasn't read. I mean, you can't read if you don't know how to read. That just means your first thing that you need to do is learn to read. Learn to read. And until you learn to read, have people around you that know how to read. And they can read it to you. That's why the Quran said, no, he had stories read to him night and day, so he just memorized them. Yeah, he did have to start out like that till he learned how to read. But yeah, that's us. That's the condition that the descendants of slaves is in. We're basically functionally illiterate, especially the black males, descendants of slaves. We don't read. You want to hide something from a ninja, put it where? Put it in a book. We don't read. And a lot of times we don't read because we don't know how to read. We don't read fluently. We don't read with comprehension. That's why we watch stuff like this. This is our reading. We know how to read body language. We know how to read nature. We know how to read, spirit, what I'm saying, in people, but we don't know how to read books. We don't know how to read books. Antonio, salute. Peace to you. Good to see you. ACM, salute. ACM. Wally, salute. Wally 100. Ye seems to like 304s. Yeah. I mean, I like 304s. I don't like that they're 304s, but that's easy, low hanging fruit. If somebody is looking good at keeping their body in shape and they want to do intimate favors to you, like, why wouldn't you like that? You know what I'm saying? That's natural. I don't like that that it has to be like that. I would much rather you be a black woman and you seem like you cooperating to that same degree and keeping yourself in shape and keeping yourself natural. And, I love that. I would love that. But I like 304s. I mean, if I'm not, disciplined myself, who don't like free box? You know, who don't like getting chose by pretty free box? So that's clear, like, you know what I'm saying? And we can't blame Ye. How many people go to strip clubs? How many people throwing, money in strip clubs? How many people watching OnlyFans or going through their social media explore page looking at twerk videos? It ain't just Ye that like 304s. He just got the money and fame to be able to lock them in and get them to do what niggas like us can't get them to do. So let's not blame it on Ye. Let's not blame that on Ye. Anything, we a little jealous of Ye. Did anyone hear about the battery the Euros invented to attach it to their heart where they can live longer? No, I ain't heard about that, but I'm sure they got that going on. Yeah. So I love the idea of because I'm not a monk. I love the idea of women. Like I love my wife. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bad wife, a bad woman that's in shape, that's on your level, you know what I'm saying? But behind closed doors, she get busy and you supposed to love that. There ain't nothing wrong with lust if the lust is, in the right way, in the right lane. I don't like to see my my people, our black women and girls publicly twerking and sticking their tongue out. Like, yeah, I hate that. I hate that, but third eye, what they do, salute. But yeah, that's part of the mental illness. That's part of the mental unhealthiness. Why do we think we need to do that? Why do we need to publicly do that? I learned that early on, a little before I was Cam, before I was known because of my first single or whatever, I used to see how, females treated me. And it was like almost impossible to get cooperation or get somebody to do what you wanted them to do. But then as soon as I had my first video and they seen that it was Ice Cube and this and that, then it was tragically heartbreaking to me. It was hard. I'm telling you, I got traumatized by how much cooperation the baddest females in the city or the baddest females in the United States or the baddest females overseas was immediately willing to do to me and for me what they wouldn't do for their own boyfriends or their own husbands or whatever. I didn't never try to deal with nobody that got no husband, but I didn't ask. So I learned afterwards that one, I knew of one that, that had a husband, had a pro football player. And from that point on, I got chastised and punished, severely because I knew it, and I still, participated. But it was just heartbreaking because they cooperate when I didn't do nothing for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? All I did for them was be famous and responded to they little attention. They wanted to get my attention, so I got, okay, you got my attention, what's happening? And now I want to do for you what I ain't did for no quality young dude that's trying to put his coat down over water and open my door, or trying to work hard and buy me flowers and impress me, this and that. Oh, I'm playing him. He's a sucker. But for you, for y'all little rappers that don't even know us and don't care nothing about us, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to make you remember me. Anytime you in town, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be kind of call me. No, I'm not. I'm going to forget all about you. You know what I'm saying? And all these top celebrities and pro athletes and rappers and singers, it's the same with us. You mean nothing. And you be wanting to like that, when you first see them, like, damn, I'm a wife her. Like you be holding them up here high on a high standard, a plateau or something like that, until you see what they do. You like, oh, like I'm not gonna stop you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop you, but you disgust me. I just lost all respect that I thought I was supposed to have for your fine little self. This is disgusting. You are disgusting. I'm talking about the prettiest ones are the most disgusting. The finest ones, that's why they fine. So they're gonna do, they're gonna think they using that tactic to lock you in and, either get you to put a baby in them or to, get some bread to get you to tricking on them. Like, it's just disgusting. Disgusting. The regular looking ones, the plain Janes or the fat ones or whatever, like they not even doing that. Like the main ones that's for me, like they the ones is the most filthy, most 304ing, most immoral, most lying, cheating. Like they are. It's disgusting. It is heartbreaking. I don't know if I can paint the picture clear enough to y'all. That's why you see so many real dudes. If you see somebody with a wife that they've been together for like 20 years, 30 years, like Denzel or whoever, they looking plain. They looking regular. They ain't looking like no fine vixens. That's for a reason. That's because we know what them fine ones do or have done. We know what they own. Like if you want to go, trip out and, and act up, you go act out, you go find you one of them, then you come back home to your plain Jane and, where it's going to be respectable. You can respect her. You can't respect this stuff out here. Telling you, man, it's cold. It's a cold game. And it's even worse now because they ain't even fine no more. Now the ugly ones is like that. Now you got these ugly little gremlins rapping like they so fine and sexy and my this and my that. Like, wow, you look like you terrible and you acting like that and talking like that. Wow, everything is fake. You got all kind of scar tissue tattoo. It just look terrible. Like you look like a ghetto wall. You look like the walls in the ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got the nerve to be talking sexy like y'all, got options and like wow, it's over, man. It's a wrap. ACN, I said the same thing about the fine ones about 20 years ago. Glad I wasn't. No, you wasn't tripping. You was tripping because you probably wasn't saying it loud enough. Only tripping you was doing is, you wasn't saying it loud enough. You know what I'm saying? You spot on. I'm telling you. And I don't know, man. Especially now, like everything is fake. Everybody got a BBL. Everybody got fake hair. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got fake lashes. Just fake. At least back then they was fine. Now they ain't even fine. They look like Homie the Clown trash. It just look trash. And even if it looked kind of cool, it's a BBL. It's not real workout. It's not real healthy diet or healthy skin or, what I'm saying, healthy hair. It's not going to be nothing just natural. Nothing untampered with and natural. That's why you got to get to the little girls, like, the new generation, this new fleet, before they hit the showroom floor, and try to keep them virgins, keep them from putting poison ink in their flesh, like keep them, from corrupting themselves and making them think that they look prettier or they look sexy, like they need to look sexy. They need to look like some little streetwalkers. Man, you got to put new values and new morals in this new generation, because the ones that's out here already, man, I'm in that business of saving them, but they got to be saved. You got to save these hoes because they definitely 304s. And you can save them, but you're not saving them for you. You know what I'm saying? You can make a 304 into a housewife for somebody else. I'll make a 304 into somebody else's housewife. I don't think I'll be making them into no housewife for me. And the cold thing is whatever man got the ability to make a 304 into a housewife, she gonna only want to be a housewife for him. She not gonna respect nobody else because nobody else had the wisdom to train her, to tame her into being that. So she'd just turn right back. She'd just get back wild and buck you off like a bucking bronco. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't the one that tamed her. Hopefully it'll stick. Some creatures out there that they still retain the training that whatever master taught them, and the master might pass away or might leave them and go to a whole nother city. They still know how to sit and roll over, if they feel like it's not like that, nah. But knowledge, yes sir, real talk. But that's how I feel short. The sisters that were 304s and alcohol abuse and always had a bunch of sisters. I'm not proud of it. The root of it was the abuse I went through at 5 years old. Yeah, but as long as you know that that's the source of it. Because a lot of us was abused by women or older cousins or female neighbors or sisters or aunties or something, like some older female turned us out. We were just lucky it wasn't a male that turned us out. So if it was an older female that turned us out when we was little boys, then that just made us real mannish. That made us real, horn doggish and mannish at an early age. But if a male was tampering with us, or that's a different type of whole different dynamic of damage. But either way, it make you not respect intimacy. The intimacy now is not a thing about respect. It's about a weapon. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to use it to get over or get what I need out of you before you can get over on me or get what you want out of me. So it becomes a selfish, low desire, pleasure seeking, temporary cigarette pacifier thing that you using to get something out of somebody, especially if you're good at it. If you're good at it and God bless you with, whatever downstairs and you know how to, make them act up and put it on them this kind of way, that kind of way, then yeah, it's even worse. Because now you got a certain kind of weapon that's an intimate weapon that, you super confident, you can be cocky and confident, whether you broke, whether you're not famous or nothing, it's rough, man. It's rough. Yeah. Antonio, even the older ones, but never a bad woman, but man make women bad. That one is tough nowadays. Yeah. Yeah, we the ones that did it. Like, it's not that we the ones doing it, but the same way we getting tampered with, what I'm saying, by girls or older girls or fast girls that's getting tampered with by their daddies and their uncles or their brothers or their grandfathers or their stepdaddies. That's why they doing us like that. They getting tampered with, so that now they want to be the dominant one over somebody, so they go take that trauma out on little males. It's a big male that's doing it to them, and they're the victim. So now they're gonna go find a little male that they can victimize like that, and it just turns us out a different kind of way. We turned out, but we turned out on being real mannish and real freaky or whatever on females and turning them out. So it's just a whole big turnout cyclone that continues, you know what I'm saying? And we just got to be mature enough to call it out and say how we've been tampered with and programmed, and realize the damage that we do, even if we are good, you know what I'm saying? You're good in bed, or you know how to do this and do that. We doing it for the wrong motive. We doing it for the wrong motive. We don't really respect what it's supposed to be used for. That's supposed to be love. We don't love who we doing that. We just love the reaction. We love the low level, little, temporary pleasure feeling, but we don't love the person that we doing it with. We don't even know how to love them. All we doing now is confusing them also, because you doing it like you love them, because that's supposed to be an act of two people that really love each other, and you doing it so well like you love them. You getting them open and frying their little brain, giving them 5150 complex, because now you just finna shake them like hot dice and move on to the next, and they didn't open their whole self up to you. So it's cold, man. It's a cold cycle. K Stash 721. I agree. How do we get Black relationships between men and women back on track? I think starting by just confessing it, talking about it like this. Because confession is good for everybody's soul. So if you hear somebody really confessing, and you can tell if they really spitting the real, they talking about themselves. They talking about their own experience and how they done violated, females and played games with them, and you know what I'm saying? Then that inspires other people to look at themselves like, yeah, man, I did that shit too, man. Like, damn, So as soon as you can start turning on a little remorse and a self-accusing spirit like you regret, then that's the beginning of getting it right. You have to feel regret. You have to feel remorse. But this world and this poison so-called thought culture or pimp, thug, gangster culture teach us, I don't got no regrets. No, I don't got no regrets. And you a fool. You a devil then. You probably need to be wiped out. If you don't got no regrets, you a problem. Because you don't got no problem doing something to my little daughter or my wife or whatever, and you ain't gonna have no regrets about that neither. So anybody talking about I don't got no regrets, they not to be trusted. You need to stay away from them. I got regrets. And I be trying to confess my regrets as much as I can, you know what I'm saying, without incriminating myself on certain stuff. But confession is how you begin to get things back on track. That's the first stage in atonement process. Point out the wrong. And if we the one that's doing wrong, can we point out what we did? And can we acknowledge that we did it? How many of us violated some little girl when we was little and we didn't really realize it? We was little, they was little, but we know we violated them. Have you ever found them and say, I apologize, I remember when we did that, or when that happened and this happened? Or we want to just act like it never happened, which makes the demon worse. We want to act like it never happened. It's family members, you see them every Christmas, every Thanksgiving, every Easter or New Year's, and this the one that violated you. You tried to tell your mama or tried to tell your daddy or somebody, and they didn't believe you. You didn't want to start no big mess and reopen old wounds. No, the wounds is open because that's your demons. That's your trauma. You can't never get right until you address that, or you get them to address it. So that's how we get our relationships back on track, being honest with ourselves first. Because the woman is your second self. So however honest you are or dishonest you are with yourself, that's how honest or dishonest you're going to be with a woman. If you living in delusional denial about what you know you did or what you know was done to you, then you're going to put that on a woman, and she's going to reflect that same denial. But then you're going to accuse her, it ain't no good women, and they're going to be like, ain't no good men. And y'all both going to be right. But it's the man that's held responsible first. Even if you ain't the one that did a certain crime or trauma to the woman that we dealing with, it's still our job to clean up some other man mess, some other male's mess. That's our job. That's what men do. We got to be therapists and mechanics. We got to be doctors, mental and spiritual and emotional doctors of any woman we with. And we don't want to do that work. We just want the pleasure. So that's why we just make matters worse. We just make matters worse. We make women even more wilder, more rebellious, more dissatisfied, more enraged, because we don't want to do the work. We just remind them of the ones that violated them when they was little. Yeah. BL senior salute. BBL start looking like penitentiary water bags. Yeah, start stinking and all that. We don't know what the end results of that is. We starting to see now though. We coming into the first generation of BBL result. BBL crashing and hitting the wall. Yeah, you seeing all these complications. You seeing these women talking about that's the worst mistake I ever made. You see them horror stories. That's just like selling dope and gang banging. You don't know how it ends because we was the first generation that was doing that, but now we got hindsight and we see that the prior generation. No, none of it ends well. Everybody gonna wind up dead or in jail or in a wheelchair or something like that, or got stains on your soul. You know what I'm saying? Miserable because of the lives that we ruined. Yeah, that's how this BBL stuff is. That's how this Stockton and this Independent 304 have a good time, party up. That's how that's going to end up. Man. Jim, it's the Kaba ones of the gateways to Agartha. I don't know what that means. ACM, when I got my first job in corporate America, the women in the office were coming hard and fast. An older brother warned me not to get involved with them, but I had to learn the hard way. Yep. Pure mess. Pure messiness. Pure mess. Because they already in the corporate world because they was failures at womanhood. The reason why they're so advanced and climbing up the corporate business, political, whatever ladder is because they're failures at womanhood. They're failures at being wives and mothers in a marriage union. They can be single mothers. They can't be with a man. They can't. They don't know how to play their role. They're not willing to play their role to a man. So that's why they there. They there to be the boss of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge. If it was not for Mustafar Muhammad Allah, and the person in the life-giving teachings, I would not be alive. Yeah, that's all of us. All of us in the nation can say that. But now, but no, it's almost close to baby London, Babylon. ACM, yeah, they neglect family, or they tricked off their years. They tricked off their body. They ruined their body, and they can't even produce a family. Unfortunately, a lot of our sisters have had so many terminations, so many pushing P Planned Parenthood terminations that they can't make a family. So they have to act like what they really wanted to do was become a boss businesswoman and teach this and open up a school and all that. That's all just secondary plan B that, no pun intended. Because they know they're not going to confess and admit to ruining themselves and ruining their ability to do their very first purpose and greatest role and greatest power, which is producing human life. Producing human life with a man that they love, a God man, not just a cute dude with some money. That you was drunk in the club or y'all was tipsy at a little party or something and y'all hooked up. So yeah, man. And another problem on top of that, ACM, is that if you black, it's a shortage. There's not enough. There's not enough adult black men of a certain age and wisdom to go around for the number of black women that's a certain age and wisdom. They outnumber us by 2 million. 2 million. There's 2 million more adult black single women than there are black men of America. So that's a whole other problem, math problem, reality problem that they don't want to deal with. So it's more advantageous for their delusion for them just to act like I'm a businesswoman. I'm just a businesswoman. I'm a black independent businesswoman. I'm a boss chick. I like being alone. I like coming and going as I please. No, you don't. Stop lying. You're lying. You absolutely don't like it. You absolutely would trade all of that to be up under a quality black man. You don't want to be no boss. Only boss your nature want to be is the boss over children that you pushed out of your uterus or your ovaries or whatever that is. That's the only bossing that your nature says is, it agrees with. You being a boss over some men, no. That's a mental issue. That's a power issue. That's some other issue. Mentally sound and sane women, especially black women, descendants of slaves, do not get satisfaction over bossing adult black men. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They are disappointed if they have to be the boss of adult black men. They are disappointed. Just like I said, I was disappointed and heartbroken because women who I knew were supposed to submit and respect me, you know what I'm saying, for the good dude that I was, or the good dudes like that's trying to impress you, that's working 9 to 5, that's writing you letters and opening the door for you and all of that. You playing them. And then you coming, when I pull up in your town, you finna come do everything that you ever thought of. Your homegirls taught you. You finna act out all your little fantasies because I don't live there and I'm not gonna run my mouth. But you don't know, I might have been looking for a wife. Man, damn, this might be the one. I can't trust these little 304s where I'm from, but these might be different. No, they worse. They worse. Because they don't know nothing about me. At least the ones where I'm from know something about me. You don't know nothing about me, and you doing worse. You doing more on me than the homegirls at the house. So that's heartbreaking. Like, you dirty little fine ass little, like, you don't even know what to call them. Like, I'm not gonna stop you, but you dirty, like, it just ain't. So unless you got supreme wisdom and okay, I'm gonna have to go on and sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? I already know I'm not gonna have a virgin, and I already know this, and I already know that. You got to come to a settlement in your own mind. You got to come to a reality, checkpoint in your own mind as a man, a quality man. Like, okay, I know, how many I done been run through and whatever, and this and that. So I can't expect no fairy tale situation. I got to be willing to be a mechanic. I got to be willing to do the time because of the crimes that I know I was doing. So let's go. Let's get to it. Let me only lock in with something. You know what I'm saying? I can't keep playing these games forever. I can't keep playing with a gang of different females. I can't keep doing that forever. Let me go and lock in. My nature was telling me that. I'm not dumb. My nature is telling me that. I didn't need no preacher to tell me that. I didn't need no mama or no grandparents or nobody to tell me. My nature was telling me that. And it proved true. But you gotta practice it. Your first relationships be practice wives. That's even maybe your first wife is a practice wife. You're gonna keep having to work on it until you mature up and you realize what you're supposed to do as a man, as a husband, and how to be a husband, what a husband really means, what the difference between being married and having a wedding. That's two different things. Having a wedding don't mean nothing. Marriage ain't what you think it is. Marriage is the hardest shit probably you gonna do in your life. And it's the most rewarding though, but it's the hardest. Whoever taught you this a cakewalk and crystal stairs and it's supposed to be pleasant and beautiful, they lied to you. Marriage, trying to keep a bond, a sacred bond together in Satan's world, and y'all both trying to be righteous. You think that's easy? You think that ain't the hardest job on the planet, man, how you gonna put your mind into your woman and she gonna accept it willingly? You can't force her. You can't lock her up in the basement. You can't beat her. How are you gonna pull that off? What are you gonna do? You not super rich, and even if you was rich, it's another nigga richer than you that's gonna get up next to her, get in her ear, and tell her everything she want to hear. What's gonna stop her? What's gonna stop her from going to him? From leaving you and going and upgrading, using you as a stepping stone and going to the next nigga? How you gonna teach them the values? How you gonna at least remind them of their values? Because their values is built into them too, but what you gonna do to remind them and inspire them to stand on their values for you? So okay, Stash, they follow us. We've taught them how to be over sexualized, yep, and now we're seeing the results of that, yep, the consequences. I was a little player like a lot of us, but now I see what that produced: hurt, confused, rebellious, angry females. I wouldn't say women, they're female, adult females. Yeah, because they disappointed at us. They disappointed because we wouldn't put no righteous discipline on them, that we wouldn't put the work in and work on them. Like mechanics. We supposed to be mechanics, but we don't know how to work on a car, let alone do we know how to work on a woman. We don't know how to fix a car, let alone do we know how to fix a woman. Nah, we like to go to the showroom floor. We think getting the bag, we can just go buy a brand new car. Well, eventually that one gonna need to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? So a man is a mechanic. A man ain't a purchaser. That's not, that ain't what a man is. A man ain't a purchaser. A man is the mechanic. That's who you take it to and give money to and say, can you fix this? You know what I'm saying? My car is sick. My car is tripping. Can you fix this? Yeah, I can fix it. So just imagine a real mechanic. He can take your, he know what to do with your car that you don't know how. You know what I'm saying? It's better to be a mechanic than to be a trick, than be a purchaser. Oh, I just buy cars. I don't know how. I don't fix them. Oh, you don't know how to fix them? Oh, okay. You about to purchase a lot of cars for some mechanics. Your car gonna spend more time in the mechanic shop than it's gonna be spending in your garage. If you know what I mean. So a man is a mechanic. Be a mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to fix up the car. Learn how to fix up the woman's mind. Learn how to get up under the hood. Get up under her hood and see what's up under there. Oh no, man, that's too much talking. That's too much emotion. Hey, well, then you just a child. Then you think a car is just going to the DMV and getting the driver's license. That's all you know about a car. DMV, get you a driver's license, gas station, and car wash. You think you know cars. I know how to drive them. I know put gas in them, put oil in them, and take them to the car wash. You a straight trick. You don't know what to do. You probably don't even know how to change a tire. I just called AAA. I called AAA. AAA changed my tire. Oh, okay. Black Symphony Beat, salute. Peace to you. Submission to the Most High's will, marriage, and fasting are the highest levels of discipline. Yeah, and she got to see the Most High in you, though. So that's the test. That's the trick. That's the problem. Most High ain't some mystery imagination, some mystery concept of what God is. You are the Most High. She got to see you as the Most High, or the Most High in you, in the flesh. You have to be higher. I don't mean weed higher, drug higher. You have to be higher than her in knowledge, wisdom, understanding, experience, patience. If you're not higher than her, she not submitting. Why would she submit if y'all on the same level? Or she's above you, she higher than you. Why would she ever submit? And you can't have peace with a woman or your woman if she's not submitting, if she don't look up to you. If she looking across at you or looking down at you, she can't be comfortable. She can't feel secure and comfortable with that. And you damn sure can't feel secure and comfortable with that. The nature of the relationship between a husband and a wife, or a male-female dynamic, intimate, spousal relationship, she got to be able to look up to you. Just like your children have to be able to look up to her. How do you think your children would feel if, your wife looking up to them, complaining, what do we do? What do we do, baby? How we going to pay this rent? And your children is like, oh shit, we going to die. You looking at me? You crying at me? Oh, we going to die. We ain't going to make it. That's how women look at us. If they got to tell us what to do, or they looking across at us or looking down at us and we looking up at them, that's your mama. That's your auntie or something. That's grandma. That's not no wife. That'll never work. That's delusion. That's mental illness. That's delusion. Yeah. So all women is not in our league. There are women out of our league. It don't mean just because they older than you that they wiser than you. No, it's a lot of old dummies, old little childish idiots, immature idiots. But if you know a woman has certain experience, life experience, certain wisdom, if she got a father or she got a family that raised her with certain mental and spiritual wisdom concepts, like girls that was raised in the Nation of Islam, and they was raised by mother and father that's like active soldiers or scientists in the nation. They out of most of our sons' league, because they don't, they just cute to our daughters. Yeah, he's cute. He's a cute little dummy though. You know what I'm saying? He can't maintain me. He don't know how to manage me. He don't know how to inspire me to submit and respect his authority, or respect his righteousness, or respect his judgment. I can't trust his judgment. He's just cute. I'm just, being affected by my little teenage girl hormones, or my peer pressure homegirls that say he's cute. Yeah, I give him a shot, but I ain't serious. I know I get in trouble if my daddy knew I was entertaining this little nigga. So wise girls, you know what I'm saying, they know that. No, I play with you. You be a little right-hand possession, because women have right-hand possessions. Dudes are right-hand possessions to wiser females. They're boy toys. And maybe, if they want to put the work in and sponsor them and fund them and pay for their education, meaning, turn them on to the FOI. I like you. I'm gonna pay your way. I'm gonna tell my brother or my uncle or my dad, you know what I'm saying, to talk to you, and they gonna make you a FOI. You was a little right-hand possession to that woman. You beneath her, but she saw something in you that she wanted, try to fast track you and get you an education that she could look up to. But she's sponsoring that. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that. You know what I'm saying? Because when shit get really tight and y'all really get to bumping heads, she gonna bring that up. Like, I made you, nigga. I made you. You didn't know nothing about this until I made you. Like, what's that Kelly Rowland song or something? I upgraded you, or Destiny Child. Like, yeah, you don't want no woman telling you she made you. No woman but your mama can tell you that. Divine light, Allah, alaikum salam, Ramadan Kareem. Yeah. But I'm just telling you, the nature of relationships and marriage, that's all marriage is. Marriage ain't no piece of paper. Wedding and a marriage license is a piece of paper, but a marriage ain't no piece of paper. A marriage is like blood, sweat, tears, stress. Marriage is heaven and hell at the same time. Marriage is the most stressful, most frustrating thing, but at the same time, it's the most satisfying and most pleasant, the most pleasure you will ever get with any type of woman is being married. You know what I'm saying? But married with God, being, belief in God and the same God, not you believing in this God and I'm believing in that God. No, that's terrible. That won't work neither. She got to fall in line with your God, meaning that she got to see your God in you. You fall in line with me. Obedience to me is obedience to God. So many of us don't got those testicles to know how to say that and just say it right up, outright up front and stand on it. No, you believe in God? Yeah, obedience to me is obedience to God. Yeah. You don't want to submit or obey? No, okay. Well, you don't want to be with me. How do you think I got here? How do you think I'm attracting you right now? What do you think disciplines and knowledge and wisdom and understanding, experience or whatever that's making you attracted to me? Yeah. You need to be more attracted to me than I am attracted to you. I'm not going to be more attracted to you than you are to me. I'm supposed to be the sun that attracts the planets. I'm the one supposed to have the gravitational pull that keep planets orbiting around me. I don't orbit around planets. No, you're not the sun. You're not the light of my world, of my system. This is my system. This is my solar system, and I'm the solar. I'm the sun. And if that ain't understood up front, then you already lost. And real women and even fake women, if they hear you saying that, they're going to respect you. They might try you. Nigga, who you think? They hit you with all that. Yeah, you just don't be emotional and just stand on it. Hey, well, all right. Nice meeting you. You know what I'm saying? Just be real pleasant. Keep it moving. They're going to be like, ooh, who is that nigga? Maybe a month, 2 months, maybe 6 months later, they're going to be like, Kevin Samuels say, hey, big head. And you're going to be like, did I give you my number? How you get my number? Oh, no, I found you on such and such. Like, yeah. That big head on that big sun that you want to revolve around. Yep. Ahmad Jabril, I grew up in the manual shift gear or the stick shift era. I was forced to learn about cars before technology increased the level of convenience. Yeah. Yeah, my first car was a Volkswagen, a VW Bug. Yeah. So I learned the old school German engineering. And that was fun. Them the days that you fixed up cars. I learned how to work on cars by working on a German, little Volkswagen engine and electrical system and chassis and all that. You know what I'm saying? That was fun. I didn't learn that in school, even though we had that. They just started phasing out mechanic shop and wood shop and metal shop, like when I was in junior high or middle school. After my generation, they start cutting out all of that, all them trades that they used to teach males in school, and they used to teach the females like home economics and sewing and all that kind of stuff, cooking. They cut all of that out. But yeah, we got to know something. That's our currency. That's our value. Our value ain't in can you go get money. Your value is can you fix something? Do you know how to fix something? Do you know how to build something? Do you know how to build something? Do you know how to fix something? If your washing machine or your refrigerator or your heater or your dishwasher or your car or something, give out, blow out, something blow. Do you know what to do? Do you know what to do? Like, some human beings put this stuff together, right? The house you living in, probably some Mexicans that don't got no degree on paper. They don't got no certificate in paper. They built your house. They know how to build your house. They know how to fix your house. Why don't you know how? Why don't you know how to fix your own house? Why you don't know how to fix your own health? Why you don't know how to fix your own woman? Why is your own woman more willing to let somebody else fix her than let you fix her? Why is she more willing to say some other man can train her, but you can't say I'm gonna train you? Think about it. So that's part of the marriage piece, the wellness, relationship, happiness, problems, and solutions. Solutions is just to be honest first and be honest about confessing what we know we did, or how ignorant that we are, and how far we fell short, and we wasn't the men, and we haven't been the men that we supposed to be. Um, and then it's just about studying, man, having conversations. This ain't about no macho testosterone contest. Like I'm tough and you're supposed to obey me and submit to me. Nah, if we don't know nothing, if we ain't built nothing, we ain't accomplishing nothing, then we can't run that macho tough talk on no woman. They're gonna be like, okay, just like I be talking about, people talking about what the nation ain't this and the nation ain't that. Okay, well, what have you built? What is your organization built that's better, greater than what the nation built? Oh man, well, I'm they gonna hit you the same way. Oh, I'm supposed to submit to you, sir? What have you built? Which woman have you made better that I'm supposed to submit to you so you can make me better? Oh, I'm saying, these women ain't just they. No, you got to show me some resume. Show me some resume. You got some exes? Yeah. They trying to get back with you? Yeah, every day. Oh, okay. Can I talk to them? Yeah. Here they go on whatever and whatever. You can reach out for them. Yeah. You got any smut on your name? You got any? No. Have you heard of any? Because surely as cocky or whatever as I be talking, if somebody has some real smut on me or dirt on me, they definitely would have threw it out there by now. If any ex had some horror stories or some dirt or some smut or some violations on me, they definitely would have put it out there by now. Because I definitely ain't been giving them what they wanted. Things didn't go their way. Why they keep quiet? Do I fear them speaking on anything I did, or do they fear me speaking on anything they did? So if you ain't got cojones, if you ain't got a track record that you can pull out and you can show them, please ask me, what have you done? What qualifies you? Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. How much time you got? Yeah. So that's some of the things that Kevin Samuels and all these little relationship coaches and people that they can't tell you. They just pandering and getting you emotionally riled up, and males and females, they want to be on some He-Man woman hater club. Like these females ain't nothing. Let's go passport bros. We ain't messing with none of these females. Nah, you supposed to mess with them. You're supposed to fix them. That's how this generation, the time we living in now, that's what qualifies you. That proves that you're a real man. Show me a woman that you fixed. Show me a car that you fixed up. Show me a house that you fixed up. Show me anything other than yourself that you fixed up. Can you think for and work and act and fight for somebody other than yourself? Because that's what a man do. A man is somebody that he's a we. He's not a him. A man is no longer a him. Everything a man do is for we. It's for more than him, and probably for everybody before him. Everybody, else before himself. That's a man. But then he got to be wise enough to train and to teach and to guide and inspire his second self, a woman, to cover down and do the necessity things that's going to help him continue to do for them. I need you to cook. I need you to cook and know how to cook and put my health and your health first, and knowing how to cook. If you know how to cook, I can take care of everything else pretty much. I can cook too, but that's just something that I just don't do. I just don't cook. I cook for my children if my wife ain't around. But if it's up to me, I'm just gonna fast. And I don't like cooking. I know how to cook, but I'm not a cook. I don't like cooking. I think too much. I got too much other stuff I be trying to solve other than cooking. Even though cooking is major. We can't exist. We can't live. We can't be healthy unless we cook. But that's what a man's supposed to look for. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that share his mind, that's willing to get on his program, that's willing or loves already, loves to cook. And then loves to be knowledgeable, loves to be righteously putting discipline on her own self to where you don't got to police her. And loves to be natural, love to be in shape, love to keep herself in shape. Don't need you, even if you do, I'll still motivate you whether you need me or not. But you're supposed to get them to the point where they on autopilot, where they love, they know how to motivate themselves. Maybe it don't start out that way. Maybe you got to motivate them for a few years. You got to praise them and you got to be with them and, hold their hand, go step by step. Let them know that you're really here and you're not going to run out on them because they ain't looking their best or they ain't super strong Wonder Woman today, this season or whatever. You got to let them know, no, I ain't going nowhere. I don't ever have to leave, not physically. You going to leave if you can't take it. You might leave me, but I ain't never going to leave you. I don't need to leave you physically. I might leave you mentally if you're not willing to, do what you know you're supposed to do. But I'm still cover my duty and do my duty and treat you as kindly as possible. You just gonna fall off. You gonna leave. I'm not gonna leave. It's my program. I'm gonna leave my program. So, but if we don't got these accomplishments and track record and history of success in relationship or just in life, of anything in life, then we ain't really got the right to talk that tough and that big. Like we got big cojones, but wisdom would tell us find somebody that you can afford. If you a male, don't be looking up there with all of them high maintenance, fine, rich, well-traveled, well-studied, educated females. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. That is out of our league. If we ain't built nothing, we don't know how to fix nothing, leave them alone. Find a woman that you can afford. Women that look up to you. Women that's on whatever level of life experience or whatever that they look up to you. Because them women is looking down on us. Nah, I'm good. Maybe I'll see you in 10 years or something like that when there's one that actually looking up to me, help me build myself up to where you got to look up to me too. Maybe so, maybe not. I don't know. But right now, as it stands, yeah, all these big, tough, intimidating, like they just intimidated by a strong woman or educated woman. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. We should be. We should leave you alone. Because you pride yourself in your education, in your career, and how much money, your salary, how much money you make. So since that's your number one pride stuff coming out your mouth, then yeah, you out of my league. So as much real man talk and real man warrior stuff that I'm over here doing, nope, you out of my league. So don't complain about me. Go find them brothers that's, fit in your category. But yeah, that's 2 hours. That's 2 hours. Campaign show live. If y'all don't mind, hit the like button. Hit the like, share, subscribe, all the good algorithm stuff. And also, like I said, follow Dr. Artist. What is it? Dr. Artist Show online. Where is that? Let me scroll back and find it. The Artist Show. That right there. the artist show or the Dr. Artist show online. Y'all copy that and watch that right there. As a matter of fact, let me find this other one was actually the N word, the other N word. Yeah, there you go. This is the one right here. Copy that link right there. The drartistshow.com episode 4/10/24 called The Other N Word. Please watch that. Please watch that for your health, your wellness, for information purposes, whistleblowing information purposes, dealing directly with those of us that took the Fauci juice. If we took the Fauci juice, or we suffered from the Wuhan germ, either or. If we suffer from that and we still feeling symptoms or still having complications, if we had it and we got what they call long CV-19, you know what I'm saying, kind of chronic symptoms still, absolutely go to thedrartistshow.com and tap on the episode that says The Other N Word. And man, it's some very, very eye-opening, very blessed information that you've been looking for. Yeah. BL Senior, please leave the sorority girls alone too. Yeah, you ain't gotta leave them alone. Like you can yeah, they definitely are in that category of problems, but you can test your grade level. Maybe you don't know what your grade level is, your grade level of wisdom or experience, but yeah, if you don't got none of them accomplishments that I said, yeah, leave them alone. Yeah, definitely leave them alone. But if you don't got no accomplishments, you probably shouldn't be messing with too much of nobody. You should find people that's under your grade level, that's under your females, that's under your grade level. Of course, we're gonna look at the showroom floor. We're gonna look at the best ones, but man didn't make them, did they? So whoever sponsored them, those are the ones that's qualified to look at them. Is the males that sponsored them. The males that sponsored them. So whatever they did, whatever kind of tricking and whatever they did to get that education or get them grants or get them promotions or get that job or whatever, they got up next to some man. They got up next to some man and did something for some man, unless they father sponsored them. But even so, you allowed some little corporate man to tell you some little dirty jokes and you giggled at him instead of slapping him in the face. Yeah, so Ma Jabril, the new generation mostly don't cook, they eat out. That's why restaurant business is booming in America. Yeah, that's why all these health problems is also booming in America, because we letting the enemy feed us. We in the enemy's kitchen. We don't know what them little cooks and them little food handlers is going through back there behind the counter. You know what I'm saying? That's not their restaurant. They miserable. They making minimum wage. They don't want to be back there sweating. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with grease and all kind of stuff all day for a few dollars an hour. Yeah, ain't no telling what they going through and what they putting in that food. Are they sneezing? Are they digging in their nose and still handling your food, or going to the bathroom? Lord knows. And then you don't know how they wash it. Are they washing the dishes? They're giving you silverware and forks. What type of detergent? Are they putting antibacterial, antiviral detergent? Like, who just had this fork in their mouth that I'm finna put in my mouth? I'm finna let my child put the same fork in their mouth. No, I don't trust your dishwasher. I don't know what y'all doing back there. No, hell no. So, but yeah, man, Campaign Show Live. As always, appreciate y'all's time and attention and company and support. So, man, till tomorrow, God willing, campaign show live. I'm not sure what we talk about, but we going into the last 10 days of Ramadan. Day after tomorrow is the last 10 days of Ramadan, which is called the Night of Power. And we're gonna see a whole lot going on, and I can't wait, God willing. But yeah, peace, man, peace and love, blessings, success, and happiness for y'all. Till tomorrow, peace.